Hello, Clover School District families. This is Superintendent Sheila Quinn. At Monday night's board work session, I shared with the Board of Trustees the results of the most recent parent survey regarding potential changes to the hybrid model at the middle and high school levels. Today, we are sharing with you, our families, the results of the most important questions on that survey, along with the changes that we plan to implement and when those changes will happen. In preparation for this decision, I met with over 100 teachers and administrators in focus groups at all levels in our district. I also conducted a parent survey that was answered by 1,627 middle and high school parents. Here are a few key findings from that survey. First, 95% of families who responded to the survey felt that the district was doing a good or excellent job carrying out health protocols. 92% felt safe at school even during this pandemic. Only 69% agreed or strongly agreed that the ABC hybrid model was the best learning model for their child. 91% of middle school families felt comfortable with our changing the model to more in-person learning. 86% of our high school families also felt comfortable with our changing the model to more in-person learning. 14% of our high school families felt that if we did go to more in-person learning, they may seek a virtual option. And 30% of a very small number of CVA families felt that they were ready to go back to in-person learning at the high school level. Further analysis of this survey indicated that middle school parents preferred an earlier implementation to more in-person learning, with Monday, January the 4th, having the highest weighted score. High school parents preferred to see more in-person learning beginning Tuesday, January 19th, which coincides with the change from first to second semester at the high school level. Before I announce what we're planning to do with this information, I want you to know and have confidence that Clover School District will continue to monitor the COVID metrics within York County, within 29710 and 29745 zip codes, and within our district as it relates to the students and staff. We recognize that currently York County is at a high level of spread. However, as of today, November 12th, the district has verified only 5 active COVID positive students and 1 active staff member. And since August the 17th, the district has reported to DHEC a cumulative total of 73 positive students and 28 positive staff. For a district our size, I am very proud of our students, our staff, and our parents. Additionally, as we reported to you in my last recording on October the 18th, the State Department of Education has provided our districts with full plexiglass desk shields, which have already been installed at the middle schools and are currently being installed this week at the high school campuses. These shields while not aesthetically pleasing, will allow students to be 3 feet apart in our classrooms, according to DHEC, without having to quarantine if there is a positive student nearby. This is a game changer for Clover School District because it will give us the ability to bring more students back on campus each day safely. As a result of all these things, the district plans to make the following changes. First, with our instructional model. We are changing the hybrid model from an ABC day to what we're calling the 4+1 model. Students will attend in person 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. There will be 1 e-learning day for all students on Wednesday in the middle of the week, and that day will look a lot like our current C day. Students will have synchronous and asynchronous lessons at home on that day, and they may be invited onto campus for extra help, for tutoring, and for makeup work if needed. Moving that e-learning day to Wednesday from Friday to Wednesday allows for additional cleaning of the shields in the middle of the week, and it keeps our students working on their academic lessons all week, rather than feeling like Friday is the end of the week and not having a real school day on Friday. Elementary schools are going to remain in the family model for 5 days. Nothing is changing for elementary on that level. Middle and high schools are moving to the 4+1 model on Monday, January the 11th for middle school, and Tuesday, January 19th, which is the start of second semester for high school. These dates were thoughtfully selected because they allow for more than 14 days as a buffer after Christmas for the middle school and more than 14 days as a buffer after New Year's Eve for the high school. Now, these changes are also going to require us to change bus transportation and our schedule. The transportation department is going to separate our middle and high school bus routes to provide for more safe seating spaces for the increased number of students that we are going to have on the buses. Therefore, the middle school start time is going to have to move to 8 o'clock in the morning, and the school day will end at 3 o'clock. I repeat, the middle school day will be an 8 to 3 o'clock day. The high school will stay at the 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock time slot. That will allow us to run separate routes for those two levels. Some other changes that will be taking place are occurring in our meal services or our nutrition program. For middle schools, there will be no changes. Students will pick up their meals from the cafeteria and they will eat their meals in the classroom. At high school, there will be some changes since there will be more students on campus. We're going to use a sign-up document on Google Docs, and meals will be delivered to the third block classrooms where students will eat in their classrooms. In terms of sanitation protocols, we will have the desk shields to keep clean and to keep sanitized. They are being installed now, so they will provide that extra layer of safety, and they will be sanitized each day in our after-hour spraying, and on Wednesday, some more in-depth cleaning of the shields by our custodial staff. Now, many of our families may consider at the high school level a transfer either to Clover Virtual Academy from the high school because they're not comfortable with this change, or from Clover Virtual Academy back to the high school. That option was allowed at the high school level because a whole new course at the semester change is beginning. Dr. Williams, principal at Clover Virtual Academy, will hold a parent Webex meeting for those students who are requesting to transfer back to Clover High School or the 9th grade campus. And the CVA counselors will work with the Clover High School counselors on developing new schedules. On the other side, Clover High School counselors will contact the parents who responded to our district survey that you may want a virtual option second semester, and they will work with the CVA counselors to develop those schedules. An intent form will be sent out to the high school families tomorrow, Friday, November the 13th, from Dr. Williams, Mr. Ruth, and Mr. Johnson. The deadline to submit a transfer request to CVA or from CVA is November the 20th, 2020. Finally, and most important to all of our families, we know that parents are making difficult decisions about how or even if to have your Thanksgiving gatherings with extended family this year. We are sympathetic to that concern for both our staff and our students. To reduce the chance that any spread at school could impact our families in a negative way, the district is going to implement 2 remote learning days on Monday and Tuesday, November 23rd and November 24th for all students that are in our brick and mortar campuses. The purpose is twofold. First, it will allow the last day on campus to be Wednesday or Thursday for our middle and high school kids on an AB schedule, or Friday at the elementary level, the week before Thanksgiving. If we have any positive cases or we have to quarantine any close contacts, our nurses will have time to notify the families who may need to avoid gatherings with their family with more vulnerable family members on Thanksgiving. Lessons for those 2 remote days will be synchronous. What that means is students will be at home, but teachers will be teaching live from their school. The elementary schools will communicate a schedule that they are going to run on those 2 days. They will send that home with the students and to the parents. And parents, I promise you, they will practice with your students ahead of time so that they know exactly what to do. The middle and high schools will run their exact bell schedule. A and B day students will learn together on those WebEx days, and attendance will be taken. Students will log into Webex, receive a direct lesson from their teacher, and complete activities after the teacher's direct instruction, just like they would in a normal class. For families without reliable internet, video lessons and activities will be loaded into Canvas or Seesaw or downloaded directly on the device so that students can get to those lessons without the internet. We have deployed all of our MiFis to families who need them. Lessons on those 2 remote learning days should be turned in on the teacher-assigned due date, or no later than November the 30th for families who need to upload from the device when they return to school after the holiday. Meals from Monday and Tuesday remote learning days will be sent home with students on their last day of in-person learning, whether that is Wednesday A Day, Thursday B Day, or Friday for our elementary students. We know that moving to 2 days remote learning before Thanksgiving will be a relief for some of our families and an inconvenience for others, or maybe both. Therefore, we wanted to put this information out and this message out tonight to give you 2 weeks' notice to prepare for it. Thank you all for all that you are doing to support your student and our schools during this time. Please continue to be safe and stay healthy. Thank you.